So for EasyBib, what you're going to do is go back to the actual citation machine page. So I'm just going to use Cite a Website for right now, though keep in mind there are a ton of other options. If this was more of a journal article, I would select that. If this was a newspaper or magazine type article, I would do that. So just be paying attention to what you're using here. So rather than copy and paste, I'm going to just manually enter. So if I'm looking here, the article title seems to be The Dangers of Texting While Driving. So I'm going to type that in here. Okay. As far as the author goes, there's a quote from someone here, but as I go through, I actually did not find a particular author. Now, that is okay as long as you are super sure that this source is credible. If the source itself is a little iffy and there's no author, I would say back away. But this is one I think that you can use just because we verified that this is actually a government website and that the information is going to be valid. So I'm going to leave that blank, and so that's actually going to leave that part blank in my citation as well. The website title, usually where you're going to find this is at the very top. So this seems to be consumer guide or consumer facts. So I'm going to say that here. Okay. Publisher and sponsor is definitely going to be this Federal Communications Commission. Okay. So that's the person that, or rather, sorry, the organization that's sponsoring this. So Federal Communications Commission. The URL is going to be this part that you're actually copying and pasting. So I just copied it, pasting it in. Display URL, this is, you're going to have this option. I say yes, just because then in case something happens with you saving this stuff online, it's going to be really easy for you to go back to. Electronically published, the last thing that I can see here is that it was last reviewed on the 16th of 2013, so I'm going to put that in there. And notice that it's going to go day, month, year, so 16 January 2013. The date accessed, if it's the first time you're looking at it, what's nice here is that you just click today and you're good to go. And then you can actually, what's cool here is that you could actually add the annotation below and start to type. I usually like to take my time with that in Microsoft Word, so if I create the citation, it will take a moment, and then it's actually going to put it into that MLA format, which is kind of cool. So I have this here. So let's say, so basically what I have here, I could simply copy and paste, and notice that there's different, it will show up down here too if I wanted to export it to Microsoft Word, save to Google Docs, copy and paste. In fact, that is what we will do here. So if I'm just copying and pasting this, okay, and I just copied, then I could go back to my Word document and paste it in. So that's that format. Now we're going back to this existing one, which we see here. And just as a little tip, if you're up for using Microsoft Word and you just want to try something a little different, you could also, if I were to go down a couple entries here, if I wanted to use Microsoft Word's version of this, now mine is going to look maybe a little bit different just because it's a Mac version of Word, but the version on Windows is very similar, just formatted a little differently. So I could actually manage citations or add citations in, and if I click a little plus, and on Windows it looks a little different, I can go through the same process, pick what kind of source it is, plug it all in here, and it's going to do the same thing that EasyBib did. So if you're not really into using the online thing, then Microsoft Word is a great source. Okay, so to go back up here, you can see here that after you have the citation, which notice that you're going to format it so this little part bumps out, there are three main elements that you're going to use.